Feel incredible!
It's not a cartoon. It's anime. Man. We are back
in this bitch
for another episode of AnimeSHUN. You motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, I tried to give that like a very mid-tier type
Power
power up.
Yeah.
You know, not all the way.
You motherfuckers.
Not my final form.
Cam.
Y'all made us do this, man. Y'all made us sit through 25 episodes.
26 if we
26,
did.
yeah.
26 if
I don't know if you
count
guys did 22 and a half.
We did 22 and a half. Yeah,
You did. You
Yeah,
guys
we
did watch
did.
it? I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gave I kind of did.
Yeah, he said he's skimmed through it. I watched it, and bruh, like, y'all definitely trolled us, man. You know what? Round of applause. Y'all got us, man.
Yeah, we got us good.
Y'all got us. I ain't gonna be like y'all when it's my pick. I ain't gonna make y'all suffer through no bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to pick something as dope as I think is something that I think is dope. But the next time y'all pick something trash, man, y'all motherfuckers might get the cutoff.
I told them. I
Yeah.
said next time they choose some bullshit, I'm overnighting hands.
Yeah.
Overnighting.
Overnight.
I'm overnighting hands to the next audience pick if it's trash, especially if it's Sailor Moon or Inuyasha catching these hands.
I might even override Sailor Moon. I'm not watching that shit. I know people are like, well, why you don't want to? I can't. I saw Sailor Moon as a kid. Some episodes, it's like, this is just not it for me. I can't.
What's his name? Sinjo McFly.
Yeah.
He was going hard for Sailor Moon in the chat. We was going hard this morning in the chat. We was really.
Yeah.
They was.
Yeah, it was like
Keith was talking some bullshit.
man.
Hey, man. Keith is not taking credit for y'all as an audience. He's saying y'all motherfuckers pick Kuroko basketball, the no basket that Kuroko no plays, whatever it's called.
He's
right?
sending the rest of the audience out to see.
Oh,
he's showing them off.
he's like, bro, y'all, they picked that.
I didn't pick it. No, you're a part of it. Like
Hey.
I was telling him, he side messaged me too to keep. We was done with the fucking conversation. He side messages me like, "Hey man, like you telling me if Trump became president, you know, you were responsible for that. Like, if I didn't vote, yes, that is clearly." And I told to him, if your job gives you a bonus, but you was gone most of the year, you're not gonna be like, "No, I'll take this bonus back." Like, I didn't deserve it. No, you're going to take that fucking bonus and you're going to buy yourself something. Yeah. You're not going to be like, oh, you ain't going to be, let's say you buy yourself a PlayStation. You ain't going to be sitting there playing a PlayStation like, oh, I don't deserve this. Yeah. I missed half of the year. Like, no, you're going to be like, God damn, I'm whooping this person's ass in 2K.
I try to get where Keith was coming from, but since I'm a fan, like I'm a big sports fan, so I'm a fan of like, I'm a Charlotte Hornets fan. We've been terrible for a very long fucking time. And I say I got to take the L as a Hornets fan.
Yeah.
I'm a 49ers fan. I had to take the L. We're 4-0 this year, but I've had to take the L with the
Gucci
past
Garoppolo.
few years. Gucci Garoppolo out here doing his thing. But I've had to take the L with the past like 5 to 6 years as a Niners fan.
And like I can see obviously we all don't really watch a lot of sports anime, and I could honestly without a lot of context seeing this still being kind of a better sports anime, and that like
it's not what I heard either. I heard it's
yeah. I mean, maybe I don't know. I
just
just like maybe if you don't watch basketball, it's different because I know some people have said like, oh, you guys are treating it too much like real life. You know,
it's not that. I think that all the things that we said before. If the story was better, there's more backstory. There's more context to the story, and if the animation was better, I wouldn't have any issue with this. With with their little power ups and them kind of like lighten up when they kind of do certain moves. Yeah. I don't have an issue with that.
No,
but the issue comes in like the animation's just mad stale and stiff.
Yeah, and I would agree with that. There's a lot of repeated stuff, and even as with these episodes we just watched, I feel like even we were talking about like, the animation in those last few episodes felt a little bit better than some of the other stuff this season. But if you really think about what they're doing, like they're basically just making Kisei do the same stuff Ayamina's already done. So it's like I got to imagine they're probably just tracing a lot of that same animation, just putting that other dude's face on it and coloring him a little.
And their
different.
faces is clearly like pretty close.
Yeah, there's not too many.
And we have to focus on the basketball or lack of thereof basketball in the show, just because if we nitpick everything else, we'll be here, really shitting on the show. So like we don't have nothing much else to do.
But one thing I did think was kind of funny is like every time we had an episode where we're just like, people don't do that. Like we were talking about, people don't like pull up and just like shoot half court shots like that. Like in my Twitter feed that week is Ben Simmons like kind of shooting at half court shots like that in practice.
Yeah.
Like high schoolers don't drop that many points in games. Like in my Twitter feed later that week is a dude dropping 50 in a high school game. Like shit like that apparently is happening out there.
No, it does.
But
Here's my thing. I understand it does. We grew up in an era when, like I said, DeJuan Wagner and then they got 100 points in a game before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I 100. I have no issue with any of those things. My biggest issue is that one is repetitive.
The frequency of it.
Yeah.
It's mad repetitive. I'm all for them not doing these things because that's actually been my one kind of enjoyment. Is like these motherfuckers shooting horizontal shots, and like being vertical, parallel to the ground or whatever like that. It's like that's been the funny shot stuff to me. Him shooting full court 3-pointers like it's nothing. That's hilarious to me.
Right.
But it's just repetitive. We know what's going to happen. Which is why it's like you can set us off, Rob.
Well, I mean, we can talk about more about our thoughts later, but this string of episodes, it's really just kind of breaking down into like we're seeing Siren training, and then they go to watch an inner high game. So these first few episodes, they're getting ready to go off for their summer break, because after they get back for their summer break, they got to start getting into the preliminary games for the Winter Cup. I guess those must go all through the fall, as part of that, there was like, the coach, Rico, and the captain are walking down the hall, and like they're clearly developing a little bit of a thing. And people are just like, I can't believe they're talking about like
he's gonna smash. Man.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. But I see like that other dude, the center that just came back, is kind of clocking that like, maybe he's a little jealous.
He just put his little bit in.
Yeah, right.
Hey man, what's going on with this?
I disappear for a few months.
I get hurt and you leave me for this dude.
Right? Feels that way. But
they dated.
I don't know if they said as much as that.
There's something. There's chemistry there.
There seems to be a bit of a love triangle. I think, who knows about which way it goes. But, I mean, we never.
Oh, Rob.
Look at this show, though. This show it's full of that kind of stuff.
Hey, man.
It could be, you know? Hey.
His eyes looking a little glassy.
So they decided, at first it seems like they're going to choose between either the beach or the mountains to train in. And then they're just like, we're going to end up doing both. So team ends up going to the beach. And the coach has got them out practicing on the sand, which
I love when they got dropped off and her dad was like, "Hey, don't be coming at my daughter either, y'all. I'm out."
Yeah.
Just making sure if anybody put their hands on my daughter, I'm whooping all ass.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not letting, even though my daughter, your daughter's a 10th grade coach.
Yeah.
I'm not letting her coach a bunch of 10th grade boys and there's no adult supervision there.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
I'm there.
Yeah, I'm there, but I'm big there.
Because
I'm not just there in the distance. I'm there.
I'm not even going to front you. If that's my daughter, all I saw in that particular moment was a 10-man train. All I saw. If I'm a father, I'm sorry, man. You can say what you want to say about me, but that's what I'm freaking out at. If I have a daughter that she's in the mix of puberty, with all them being in the mix of puberty.
Right.
Yeah.
And these are handsome guys here. These are ball players. These are athletes.
Yeah.
I know my daughter's at least attracted to 2 or 3 of these players.
And it's like there's no chaperoe.
Yeah.
Nothing, like not a teacher.
Nothing.
Fuck
Nothing.
no.
Ball players are dogs. They just know athletes are dogs in general.
Yeah.
We've been there, you know. So if it doesn't matter. It's like I'm looking at that like, nah, man.
No.
I ain't gonna have my daughter tail up in this bitch.
He doesn't even know about her, like almost giving it all up in the locker room.
Yeah,
in
she don't
between
even know about the
games.
kids.
Right?
She don't even know about the kids.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're all out on the sand, and they figure out like, all right, well, this is I guess to get us working on our passing game, but they can't dribble, so they're working on their passing. They're shooting, running some drills out there, and it's basically just to strengthen their legs. They get out on the court later on.
Drill. Nice.
Yeah, it's a good drill, and they feel like they're playing a lot better. And they're like, okay,
they
like
get back on the regular court and be like, yo, I feel lighter.
Yeah. So it's like they're getting a little bit out of this. And then it's not too long after that they figure out that they're not the only people staying at their hotel. Apparently, this getaway is also where Shotuko comes with their team, every summer. So you got Midorima there and Takao, and they're just like, oh, like what are you guys doing here? Like we're here every year. So in between training sessions every night, it turns out there's these scrimmage games between Siren and Shotuko, but Kagami doesn't end up playing in any of them because what Rico is just like, I mean, you're good on the court, like what you need to do is something a little different. So instead what she has him do is running laps back and forth to the 7-Eleven, getting everybody drinks.
To the 7-Eleven.
Right?
A little Diddy action.
Yeah.
So, and after those games, we basically figure, or what they tell us is that, Siren loses all of them, but just barely and without Kagami, which I guess is supposed to say that
They
the
got way
teams,
better,
they're
yeah.
getting way better.
Yeah.
And later on, Midorima and Takao are having, they're in the baths later on, and they're talking about how
Taking a bath together.
hey, I guess
All right, boys.
some team bonding.
Maybe a hot tub you might get away with. Because it's like, all right, fella, we just chilling in the hot tub.
Yeah.
They in the bath. Balls out.
Balls.
It's a lot.
out.
In between a lion.
Don't cross the lion.
Don't cross.
I'm sorry. Nope.
Your sack can't be in the same water as mine,
No,
man. Your
no,
bear
that's a
sack?
Your bear sack.
No,
There's
bro.
just sack juice just going around
Exactly.
in the tub.
Ugh.
Just
A tub is nasty to begin with.
yeah.
Just in general, even a
they-
solo tub.
They
is
in there
good.
after hoop.
Right.
So they dirty, they
That's
funky.
sweaty.
That's gonna be a
ball juice
combined
just-
ringer. Exactly.
Yeah, that's some Captain Planet.
I don't need
shit.
your pre stuff going in there. Nah,
Nah,
bro.
we
I don't
good.
even like being in a pool with strangers, to be honest
And
with
I
you.
get that
Like,
too. And that's chlorine killing us stuff.
Yeah.
It's just soup at that
Yo,
point.
man.
It's just like,
Kuroko No Basket. Nah, bro.
No.
Nah.
We were critiquing that. People don't even do that shit. Like,
I mean, back in the day, I never had to do it when I played sports, but they used to be, y'all hit the showers. So you have to do that at y'all schools out there when you have to hit the showers and y'all all in the same, like the.
we had showers, but nobody used them. Like,
Yeah.
it was one dude. It was one of the linemen. But he was funky so bad that
There's-
he had to do it.
There's always one nigga
If-
that uses that shower.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, just go
Just
home,
go home.
fam.
Go home.
And
He
maybe-
couldn't do it.
Maybe he didn't have one. Maybe he was poor.
No, he was Mormon. He had money. He just decided to use the shower. No,
he got in the
was
car
good.
and his parents were just like, "You're not getting in this car,"
Right.
something like that.
Hilarious.
You're
Something
not
like
getting that on my seats because then it soaks in.
he would just sit there and he wouldn't take like a quick one. Like, he'd be there like thinking about life and shit. Like he had taken the
hand
crib,
on the walls.
taking the crib shower. Like, bro, this is not the house. Like, get your ass the fuck out of that damn shower.
Did he have sand? Oh, you didn't see. I was gonna say, yeah, because you can't take a shower in a public shower and not have sandals on. That's disgusting.
Oh no.
No, I can't remember. He might. I don't know. He probably didn't.
I mean, if he was treating it like his home, probably
He
not.
right. He
Probably
just
did.
had no
Probably
size.
not.
He's just out there raw dogging it.
Yeah. So they're hanging out and they're talking about because he's talking about like Kuroko. He's developing his new style, and Midorima's just like, I don't know, man. I don't think you're gonna change, and because he's just like, your whole strength lies in misdirection and people not noticing you, and during any game of basketball. People are watching the ball, so
Yeah.
the longer you hold on to it, the more you're going to be noticed, and that doesn't fit your style.
And I didn't realize he didn't have no handles. We was giving him credit for being Jay Will and Jason Kidd and all these guys, Steve Nash.
He can't.
He ain't got no handle. He just passes. He just drops the ball off.
Yeah, he's just touch pass, touch pass, touch pass.
Yeah. So I gave this guy way too much credit. He's
Yeah.
low-key trash.
He's trash.
I mean, that's kind of what everybody's been saying.
Yeah, he's trash.
This man is garbage. All you can do is
No,
pass.
what player in the NBA has had success by
Mm.
just touching the ball?
No, none.
No, that's
At
Absolutely
least
none.
they've had ball IQ
Yeah.
and handles and then passing. They might have can't shoot. He ain't got none of that.
Yeah. At least
Yeah.
Rondo can move around.
Move around.
Yeah.
He's
He
very,
can get-
very intelligent.
And he can
runs
get to the
offense.
cup. Like you can't. Like he can
Yeah.
get inside.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
thing with D Rose before he developed a shot. Like you're not beating him getting inside. Like,
Actually, low-key, Rondo getting a jumper, bro. He's hitting.
he now he is.
Getting a little
Now he
jumper
is.
on him.
I mean, he hit that
Yeah.
game-winning three too last year. I mean,
Yeah.
but it took him how long? You know,
That's true.
it's almost
True.
15 years.
And I mean, and they talk about like if he can figure out a way to, dribble a little bit more while staying invisible, that that's a dangerous thing. But
Yeah.
how's anybody going to figure that out? And I guess that's the challenge laid out in front of Kuroko at this point. He doesn't really know what he's going to be able to do to change his shit up.
And this whole time, he has zero emotions. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure it out. No, don't worry. I got to
He
figure it out.
has. Only thing I like about him, like you said, he when you talk shit against him, he's like, "Let's get it."
Yeah, I'm
But
with
there's
the
no
shits.
real sense of urgency.
Yeah.
When he's like, "I'm not playing well. I'll sit down."
Yeah.
He'll just sit out. There's no like, "All right, bro, I gotta figure this out." There's
Yeah.
no. He's never had a moment where he's like, "All right, as a player, as players, right? You're always kind of like, damn, man, like my jumper's not hitting. So what I gotta do? I gotta go to the lane then.
Yeah.
I gotta hit the lane if that's the case. I gotta try to get fouled, hit the free throw line.
Well, because he's only got the one option, and that's I guess what this new incoming center for Siren is saying. He's just like, he is trash on his own because the only thing that makes him good are the good people around him. I mean, he needs to find that light, right?
Yeah.
To be the shadow. So he's saying you have to become something on your own, or else you're never going to be anything.
Yeah.
You know? But anyway, they keep on training. I forget where this falls in the episode list at this point, but it doesn't matter.
It does not matter at all.
Let's get through this shit, Rob.
So what ends up happening is Kagami ends up, he's out training a little bit because he hasn't been able to play at all with the guys on the court, and he's out just like playing on like a street hoop or whatever, and runs into Riko, and she's just like, why don't you try? He hasn't noticed his improvement, and she's just like, why don't you try jumping? And Takao, one of the Shotoku players, is just kind of spying on him this whole time, and he tries out jumping, and when he jumps off his right foot, he can get higher than he could before, but when he jumps with his left, he can damn near touch the top of the backboard. So he's certainly improved just with this running stuff because he needs to do strength training, not necessarily skill training.
Right. He's normally when you're a right-hander, you're a left foot jumper.
Yeah.
And then when you're in an opposite. I saw you touch the top of the backboard. He's looking like Earl Mandigoat, bro.
Yeah.
Earl Mandigoat touching the top of the backboard, grabbing the coins off.
That shit's sick.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's mad athletic, but they told him too he can't shoot either. He's all
he's all done.
He's all dunks to the bucket.
Yeah, because Midorima shows up and he's just like, "Oh, like you can jump high, but I'll still beat your ass 10-0 right now. Like it's just not going to happen." And he's so confused by this. He's like, what do you? How am I not getting by you? And he's just like, "Because I know what you're going to do every time. Because just like Kuroko, he's got one thing.
Yeah.
He jumps high but into the dunk.
Yeah, one dimension. You know what's funny? All the other players on the generation of 5 have different skill sets.
Yeah.
Like Midorima, is Midorima?
Midorima, I think. Yeah,
Midorima,
I think so.
With the green-haired shooter. He can play defense.
Yeah.
He can shoot. He can do other things. He can dunk.
Yeah.
He can do mad other shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kuroko can't. I don't even
That's
want
why
to
he's
that
a
one
6-man.
thing.
Yeah.
But even like Kagami, he can only do one thing. You don't see him pulling up for jump shots really ever in the series.
But that's
Anytime he
because
does, it's just giving himself that self alley-oop because he knows he's gonna like hit it off the front rim and he can just catch that shit and dunk it in.
There's even a point where he does a layup and it's like, oh shit,
yeah,
I can lay the ball up.
Yeah,
It's like nigga, yes,
yes,
duh, the fuck.
What are you?
So, while
it's
this
still
is,
worth the same.
So Kuroko and at this point, Takao and Kuroko are watching this whole thing, and Midorima like kind of finishes that shit up and like lays some knowledge on Kagami, who's like laying on the fucking pavement, like staring up at the sky, like what just happened to me?
You got fucking smoke.
And Midorima is like, all right, Takao, like let's get out of here. I knew you were there the whole time. And then he kind of turns around and he's just like,
Kuroko's there too.
Yeah, and he's just like, Kuroko, like help this man figure this shit out.
Get your
you
mans.
better fucking figure this out. You better not disappoint me. And he takes off. And at that point, Kuroko is like, yeah, maybe he kind of gets some inspiration from that too, and it seems like what he wants to develop is like a slasher game, like somebody with some finish or something like that. It's like, which makes sense if you're going to be a guy that can pass, like get some handles, get inside, like and then dish it out or something like that. I don't know, but
Floaters, get a floater, bro.
Yeah,
something else.
Especially them big ass people you be going against.
Come on, man.
Yeah, because he's a small dude.
Yeah.
But so they finish up their training up on the beach, and they're about to head home for their summer break before they go out for their mountain training at the end of the summer break. And they're headed to the bus, and Riko's just like, where are you going? Like, I chose this place for a reason, and that's because the first round of inter-high games are going on here. And so Kisei and his team, the blonde dude, the model, like we were saying earlier, his team's probably somewhere in one of these other blocks, and he must have been because they made it to the inter-high.
Yeah.
And their first matchup is against Ayamine and his team.
Yep.
And we get a little bit of flashback here before the game starts, kind of with Kisei when he first joined the Generation of Miracles.
This is 22 and a half, pretty much.
22 and a half, in the beginning of 23. But he was the last one to join, like even later than Kuroko. So, but he very early on was brought up into the starting lineup because it seems like was able to excel pretty much at whatever he did. Like he was like, any sport I do, like I don't find anybody that can beat me because he's able to just copy what people can do very easily, and he just gets better. But when he finally runs into Ayamine, he's just like, oh, here's a dude who I can't copy because he's so good. And those two guys end up playing one-on-one together like every day. And they seem to have a rivalry between the two of them. But I mean, I don't know if it seems like a one-way rivalry because Ayamine won every time.
Yeah.
You know, but Kisei's just like, I got to go up against this guy. I got to beat him finally.
And this is where we get a chance to see some of the other generations of 5, right?
Yeah.
We get to see the purple-haired Lurch dude, tall, goofy-looking motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then we get to see the redhead dude.
Yeah, Akashi or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, who is this like mob psycho because he's just like he's like communicating with people just like through looks. Like I'm guessing he's like a floor general type of character, but like he doesn't even touch the ball ever, which is a little weird.
This shit is the Power Rangers, bro. It's all colors. It's jumper, 3-pointer,
They actually said
athleticism.
They actually said the 3-pointer would like they were watching it. And he was like, oh. 3-pointer.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah,
but it makes sense now. I think it was what you guys were saying in the earlier episodes of the podcast is that maybe in Japan, the people that are probably watching this are not sports fans.
I think so.
So they have to break it down this way.
I think even here in the States, most of the people that are watching this probably aren't sports fans.
Yeah,
possibly.
Because I think what's and I was going to save this for later, but I think what's interesting about the show is I see why they thought this would be an interesting storyline because, you know, especially in like college ball with like a single elimination tournament, like there's some high drama in there. Like the teams always have a story.
March Madness. Yeah.
But like if you're not invested in those teams, like you don't really care that much, which is I think kind of where we are with the show.
That's a great point, Rob. I think if they made this show to where there was different teams that like you get to pick and choose and love.
Yeah.
And then there's the one main character, of course. But like you have these other teams. You're like, no, I fuck with Anamino's team. I fuck with Kai's team or Keisei, whatever his team is, Midoriya's team. Yeah. It's like then it'll be kind of cool. Like you're hoping that these teams win and they meet up in these tournaments. But I feel like first of all, I feel like they kind of faced off a little too early. Yeah. Then they didn't hype anything.
Yeah.
It was never like real drama in the sense of like.
I mean, this was the first time that there was any type of backstory.
Yeah.
You know, for and it wasn't even for Kuroko or any of them. It was for Kisei. Yeah. He was like, and then the other dude on his team that lost last year because of him. Like he was like, oh fuck, I missed the pass. We lost, and I got to make it. I was about to quit, but then the coach was like, no, you gonna make it up. So then I was like, fucking finally, 23 episodes in, you finally get some type of backstory on somebody to when you watch it, and it's like, okay, Kisei want to win, but also this dude also wants to win. His teammate wants to win as well because it's his senior year. He fucked up last year, and he wants to make it up. Then it's like, all right, cool. Like
this is the first time I cared about a game.
I would agree with that.
Show.
Yeah,
and two of the main people weren't in it.
Exactly.
And I think it goes exactly to what you're saying, Keenan, like where if they had made these teams more individually interesting, it's like I guess they kind of did that in those matchups with Kuroko's team because now we know who these teams are and a little bit more about these characters. But to take a whole season to get there,
right?
Yeah.
You took 20-something episodes. It should have been it would have been easy to establish. All right, Kuroko is this guy that either they all hate or he hates all of them for specific reasons, or at least hates 3 of them for specific, like, big reasons. Where you're like, all right, I'm behind him for not liking these cats. Yeah. They either took something from him, or they're the reason why he got kicked off the team, or whatever the case may be. Nothing was big enough for me to care about in any of these cases. Like, he's so like a nonchalant character. Even with Kisei was like, bro, like, we're friends, right? We're cool. I mean, not really. Yeah, but I don't hate you, but I don't love you. So there's nothing there. Yeah. But these particular two, Anamine and Kisei, they actually have this, like you said, this kind of like somewhat of a rivalry. And it's kind of like he has something that he has to get over of a hunch. Yeah. Whereas there hasn't been that in this show really. Too much.
Yeah. And so really all we get from those flashback episodes is we see Kisei, learning how to respect Kuroko because the two of them get put on like the second string team, kind of, and it all turns out to be basically a play by this red-haired dude Akashi, who's just like, Kisei had to learn to respect Kuroko, and again, like it's just Akashi like feels so out of place in the show. Yeah,
where
so far.
Yeah, he just now comes up episode 23. Did they ever mention this dude?
No, they showed him.
Yeah, like you see his silhouette, but like I've seen this dude now play more board games than basketball. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And my thing is too, how cocky is the creator of this anime to be like, we're getting a season 2?
Yeah.
Like we don't got to show this nigga for 20-something episodes until now. If you would have showed him at the beginning and made it to where he was kind of like the Geppetto, I can't even say the word right. The Geppetto of this whole thing, and where he's putting this all together, and like he's kind of like the puppet master of like, they're gonna do this and do this. I'm gonna manipulate everybody. Yeah. From like episode 2 or 3, I'm with it.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's like, all right, what color we haven't used yet?
Red.
A reddish type of pinkish sort of color. Boom, got it. It's like, bro, this shit is mad lazy, bro.
Yeah, like even my fiance, like she came in the room and was just like, all these dudes like got all these different colors. I'm like, yeah, if you got this, like if your hair is a wild color and your eyes are the same wild color, like turns out you're gonna be a pretty great basketball player.
Yep.
Like that's pretty much what this
Pretty
show,
much.
the world of this show is.
Yeah.
But so anyway, we get to this game. Kisei and Ayamine about to face off. Ayamine's almost on time. He's actually there for all 4 quarters at least.
Yeah.
Kisei's coach comes in clean shaven, so people are, trying to put some respect on this game. And as it gets started off, it's basically Ayamine kind of, it's Kisei's team finishes off the first quarter in the lead.
Yeah.
Like they're able to, he's kind of able to push Ayamine to a little bit in his game, and Ayamine even says that, like, I'm looking forward to playing Kisei because he's like the person that I can play the hardest against.
Yeah. You know
You
what
know?
I fuck with a lot on this show though is Kisei is kind of like, I guess, senior in the sense of like the way I get maybe someone that lost and be smacking him in the head a lot.
Yeah.
That's the dude. Yeah.
Yeah. He is the reason why
Yeah.
this team is anything.
Yes. Absolutely.
The only reason why he's like, if I imagine if he was on Kuroko's and Kagami's team, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he would be putting, like, Kagami ain't getting away with none of that shit. He's putting him in his place. He's smacking him up.
Yeah.
Kuroko, he's like, bruh, you trash out here, fam. You got to get better.
Yeah.
Or else you ain't, you on the bench, fam.
Yeah.
Right.
You a 6-man again.
Yeah.
I think he makes them better. I think it would be so dope to would have seen him on the main team.
Yeah, it would be interesting. And I guess to go back a little bit, there is a conversation that we skipped over that's in between Tepe and Rico where she was talking about, like, you could have been the team captain for Siren, and he's just like, yeah, but I feel like the captain we have now has a better personality for it. And, like, he is encouraging of his teammates, but in a way that, like, I don't know, he's got this weird thing where he'll sometimes get very serious and be like, but I'll kill you kind of thing, which plays up for comedy, but I don't feel like he's ever, I don't know, he doesn't give him the tough love. You know what I mean?
I think he kind of did a little bit when early on when they were going against Kisei's team and stuff like that, and you kind of got the breakdown of the rest of the team and who they could play and stuff, and he started like shooting threes and stuff. It's here sporadically, but overall, it's not the same impact as the other guy that's playing right now.
Yeah.
The Kisei's teammate.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're playing with he plays with regular glasses on.
Yeah. He doesn't have the Horace Grant's. The
No disrespect, Rob. You got regular glasses. But
Yeah, but
I
still,
expect
like,
you wouldn't play a real game if you played like in either a real league or you played in high school.
Yeah.
I would at least figure you put the Horace Grants on, or at least put the
something with a strap.
on it or something like that.
The Horace,
something.
the little rec specs.
Yeah.
But even on Ayamine's team, he's got their captain's got the
Same
same
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
But so yeah, in the end of the first quarter, Ayamine's team's a bit on their heels about this, but Kuroko's up in the stands just like, yeah, but Ayamine gets better as he goes, so we'll see what happens. And sure enough, as the second quarter starts to get into it, like they start pulling away, Ayamine starts going into his bag of tricks, pulling all kinds of crazy shit out, and right before they're about to go into halftime, Kisei's just like, I want to try to use this trump card, which it turns out he thinks he finally is ready to try and imitate Ayamine's style.
Yeah.
Which he said he couldn't do when he looked up to him. Which I thought, like, all right, like I could see that being kind of deep. Like you can't, beat somebody you look up to.
Yeah. That's why I was rolling with this.
Yeah.
And then everybody was like, I think we all realized the same thing. Like everybody was watching the game, is like, we know exactly what Kisei is thinking.
Off the eyes, I don't look up to you anymore.
Right. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing that he did that fucking pissed me off is Anamine shot a shot and he had him, and then Kisei had him dead to rights. And then he flipped it and shot the ball under him with his left hand, mid jump shot. I was like, all right, bro, get the fuck out of here. Like
they might even had a conversation in the air too.
Yeah. And he got him. He's like, oh
this.
shit, he got me. He's like, oh, Kisei was like, I finally got him. He's like, oh nope, just right under you with my non-dominant hand. Like
Too many easy outs for this dude. That's what I feel like they're doing. I feel like they should have had stops in there for him during this game, so he had to do something.
Yeah.
I
I just thought that's not a real shot.
Nah.
I mean, you see people who go under before. Well,
he was pulling out all sorts of crazy
jump shot and then flip it and do it to left. Like I know Jordan switched hands, but still, like he was mid jump shot and was like, oh fuck it, left hand underneath you.
But I mean,
and it was still a jump shot.
Yeah, but talk about shots that don't exist. He's standing at like the 3-point line, just like chucking the ball, just like formless shot, and it's just like,
what do you? Shot was so funny, dog.
It's just like a laser.
Yeah, he was literally Tom Brady in the ball into the basket. Just at the 3-point. That's a full court. That's how you shoot a full court shot. You might one-handed and bomb it down, but this. I understand. I ain't trying to look at it from a realistic standpoint, but damn it, man.
Yeah,
it was just
make it a little bit believable.
It's just like they should have gone either all one way or all the other, and they're just kind of in this weird middle ground.
Exactly. They go all the way to where it's just like none of this shit is real.
Yeah,
I'm with it. Step the animation up. I'm 100% with it.
Give them some really real powers.
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right. But then you go the other way, you're still trying to keep it grounded. Like, you can't keep it grounded and surreal. Like,
I'd rather these dudes, like, I'd rather had been basketball in this particular way. It's like, has evolved to where it's like people who have superpowers, like real super strength and super speed. And like you said, like how they kind of do light up, but that's like a known thing. Like people, only a certain group of people can get these type of powers because they're special.
Or they had to be put in a league because they were killing everybody in the regular basketball.
Yeah, like like not like slam ball, but like their own league, like a slam ball, to where it's like it's wild and crazy.
Yeah.
I would accept that.
I miss R.I.P. slam ball.
Yeah, slam ball.
Yeah, that was pretty.
I
Slam
fuck
ball
with
was pretty
slam
cool.
ball.
So coming into the second half, Kisei's getting better and better. He's just like, I think by the fourth quarter I'll have this down, which seems pretty late in the game,
Right.
and it turns out to be too late in the game.
Yeah.
But he starts to master Aimene's style like quicker than people expected him to. And he starts. I mean, it's working out, like just not quickly enough. I just don't like. There's moments here and there, but really what it ends up being is just like, Aimene just has another gear that he hasn't even really shown anybody else yet, and he's just able to pull out the win.
But then there's a gear that's past that gear.
Yeah.
And once he gets to that gear that nobody's ever even heard of.
Yeah.
Watch. That's all that's going to happen.
This writing is a joke.
Yeah.
Like, stuff like this makes me think I can make a successful anime.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Because I thought things were going to get interesting for a while, and the reason why I didn't even get into it is that, well, I'm going to get into it now, I guess.
Yeah.
But so they end up like forcing Aimene into some like frustration fouls, and like they take some charges and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's interesting. Like they get this dude in foul trouble and he can't play the same. Yeah. But he's just like, oh, I'll just play in a way that I don't get fouls anymore. And it's just like,
what?
Well, then,
why didn't
and
you
he's
do
still
that
just as good.
Right.
So what's the point?
None of that shit.
It's more strategic ways from a writing perspective, and Lord knows I'm no fucking great writer, the greatest writer ever, but still, like, from a writing perspective, there's better ways to make somebody invincible. Or, you still, because I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to keep them the top dog to make the, when they come back around and play them, still, an issue. You don't want to fight somebody that's got a loss. You want to fight somebody that's undefeated. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
And they still want to hold them on this pedestal, but there's way better ways to do that and keep them to that, because they feel like they write themselves into a hole, and it's like, fuck, we got to do something to write ourselves back out of it. And then that's just like a continuation of what they're doing, is writing themselves in the hole and then coming back and writing themselves out.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see it. Let me just give a quick point, too, about this.
Yeah.
He said at halftime or something like that, he was like, yo, give me the ball every play.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, no team or coach is accepting that.
No.
He's off the team before the season even starts.
Facts.
My thing is, if you're going to make him this dominant, right, his team should be ass.
Yeah.
His team should be 100% trash. Just garbage. Asshole trash, right? To where they need him to play like this for them to win.
Yeah.
Right.
If he doesn't play and hog the ball, then they win.
Like some Cleveland Cavaliers.
Right.
LeBron.
Right. His team is great without him.
Yeah, they beat the brakes off of Siren before he got there.
Yeah, he technically kind of probably makes them worse as a team.
Yeah.
So if that's what's kind of dumb to me is, as a coach, as good as this dude is, I'm like, nigga, you fucking up team chemistry. Bounce.
Right.
Like, and I understand people are like, well, that's too realistic. I understand that. Then put him on a team that's trash. I would have had him go to teams to where they were like, we ain't fucking with you because you selfish. All right. Here's a team over here where we want you to be selfish. We want you to ball haul. We want you to score all the points. You can average 100 points a game. We cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
But they put him on a team that doesn't need him at all. And I think that's just like, as a coach, I'm just like, no coach is taking that. They're like, bro, you
Yeah.
got to get up out of here with that shit.
Yeah, and even Kisei's coach is just saying, like, clearly Ayamine is the better player, but I'd take Kisei every time because he doesn't want to deal with that bullshit.
Yeah.
He even said he did say that too.
Yeah. And I mean, what was I thought kind of interesting about the flow of this game that I thought would have fit in with just the theme of the show of being like, the theme of the show seems to be about, take that basketball is a team sport.
Yeah.
And that, like, in the sport and in life, I think it helps to be a team player. I think that's what the show is ultimately trying to say because that's kind of what Kuroko is trying to do.
Right.
And if you look at this game specifically, Kisei, and I talked about this, I think, a few episodes ago, Kisei seemed to be getting to a place where he was learning from Kuroko's example and was trying to become more of a team player.
Yeah.
And that was what got them to the lead at the end of the first quarter. Then, of course, Ayamine does his thing, and then when Kisei tries to match that and become more of an individual player, it's not helping them. And they get to the point where they're making the comeback, and their moment of victory comes down to him shooting out the ball on that last second play to his teammate, and they fucking robbed that moment of any depth by having Ayamine like, no, I knew you were going to do that after all, and stealing the ball away. And I was just like, so what are you trying to tell me? I just feel like it just doesn't line up, and it's just sort of frustrating. And I'm like, all right, well then none of this matters. Like the whole thing felt like it at the end of the day, like, all right, you just wasted my time making this 2 episodes of this Kisei Ayamine thing when at the end of the day it's still just like, nah, Ayamine just was too good.
Yeah.
It just was like, all right, well, whatever.
It's just like, oh, my bad.
Go ahead.
It's just like you said, it's like they were writing themselves out of it. So it's like they was writing it for it to be a team, and then somebody came and was like, hey, yo.
Yeah.
Ayamine Steele's got to be the guy.
He
And
got
then
it
like,
right.
oh, fuck. Okay. And then they just wrote that out and then wrote him still to be the guy. And, he steals the ball and wins.
And then he's got that other gear that his captain has only seen once.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean,
he's only showed it to me, and I'm the only one that have seen it.
All right.
So now when Kuroko and Kagami get to him, he's going to turn that gear up. But it's like, just, all right, this show, we're done, right?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that happens after that is, we kind of get the introduction to the purple-haired dude, and Kuroko's just like, oh, I can't imagine they've gotten any better. Obviously, we can imagine what the purple-haired dude can do because he's fucking huge.
Yeah.
And then the red-haired guy, I'm guessing, like we were saying earlier, he's a floor general, but he doesn't touch the ball or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. There's 2 more players, and it's just like, oh, they've got.
Which is not a real thing.
Eye contact.
Mm.
Yeah. He should just be like an assistant coach or something. Anyways. I'll be honest with you, man. I cared less about the main protagonist than anything.
Yeah.
Like Kuroko, at a certain point, I don't give a fuck about this dude that much. Because they haven't. This is the last episodes. They're not even showing. They're not even really going to where he's going to actually get better at. They haven't shown him be like, all right, he's taking the steps to. He just, like you said, I'm going to get better.
Yeah.
I'm going to get there, right? I like Anamine over this dude, Minarima over this dude. Kisei over this dude, Kagami over this dude. All of them have my attention over the main character he's named in the title.
Yeah.
Bruh, this show did a bad job on making the main character, making us care about the story because there's no real story. The animation is low quality. A lot of this shit is bad. This show is made up of a bunch of just like you said, montages and sounds. Every time I was watching the show, it was bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. That was the whole fucking show on every episode. It's a bunch of zoom ins. Like, uh-oh. Dun, 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 dun. And it was just like, bro, like, I actually wanted to like this show.
Yeah. I did too.
I wanted to. I was hoping when they were showing this, when I saw a little bit of stuff, when they were kind of lighting up, I was like, yo, there's going to be like more of like an action basketball animated sense of like they're going to be flashing through and having powers and stuff like that. I was 100% in.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. They're going to just be hooping for real. Cool. Just all hooping. But just like you said, Rob, they're playing the middle, and that's terrible for this particular anime.
Yeah.
They should have went all the way left or all the way right.
Yeah.
And some people can successfully play the middle. There's a lot of shows on TV and just in general that play the middle, like Atlanta or something like that. Like they play the middle.
Atlanta plays weird though,
but they play in the middle though because they keep it grounded. But it's also some shit that really can't happen. Like ain't no man just gonna hop off the bus and just walk into the woods or offer you a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich while you're on the bus. Like it's just random shit that they do.
The invisible car is not real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was crazy.
That was,
yeah.
It was my favorite part of the show.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying they'll take you way left. This show doesn't go. This show doesn't really. I mean, because it has a way left in the sense of shooting full court shots, but not in a good way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you can do it. I've seen people do it successfully. This ain't it. This ain't it,
this
fam.
was. Yeah,
No.
this is.
No, and like, I don't know how I feel about Kuroko because
I mean, is that maybe the thing? Is that he doesn't have a presence, so he doesn't have a
that's the
presence
thing. Is it's
overall?
like I feel like they maybe did that too well because they gave him so little presence that you don't care about him as a character. I think. But there are things that he does that I'm like, all right, I can relate to Kuroko. I see some of Kuroko in myself where like I just like to help out. I don't mind being a support player or support role. Like I don't need to be the star, but at the same time, he just like exactly what you said. He hasn't done anything that makes me care all that much about him.
Yeah.
I mean, when it's time to like get shit done, like he says some cool stuff and like he usually gets shit done.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like the closest character I can kind of liken him to is like Mob.
Yeah.
But
Mob with the shit stuff.
Mob goes ham.
Yeah, and I feel like I know Mob. You know, like I know that character, and I care about that character. I'm like, I don't feel like I know Kuroko at all. Still,
like you said, they gave no backstory, no reason for why he's really. I know his reason is for like to be like you're gonna realize that team basketball is the most important basketball. But that to me, that point's not driven home hard enough into why he feels that way. 100%. Like they kind of say it, but it's kind of like I don't care.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Who would y'all favorite character be in the show that you since 25 episodes? Who would you guys consider your favorite character that you kind of latched on to?
I like Kagami. I think Kagami is my favorite just because he saw the competition and he saw that he paled in comparison to them and he busted his ass to get to their level. And even though he's come up short a couple times, for the most part, he's handled it and he stepped up and he really rode with Kuroko after he realized like how much he means to him.
What about you, Rob?
I'm thinking about it because I'm like, if honestly, I feel like I relate most to Kuroko when they talk about it, but like, is he my favorite character? Like, I'm not like, oh, great, Kuroko's on screen. Like, I can't wait to see where this scene's going. I'd say, I don't know, I think maybe the Siren team captain might be my favorite, even though I don't really know his name.
Yeah, I like him too.
But
that's who I was going to pick if it wasn't Kagami.
Yeah, because like he's the clutch shooter, which is cool. You know, the fact that he like broke his toys or whatever in practice, I thought that was funny. I think he made me laugh the most consistently. Like even when he was trying Rico's her cooking, and he's just like, all right, like cool, that was really good. I'll be right back, and then he goes out in the hallway.
He's
just fucking dead.
Honestly, that might be my favorite episode.
Yeah. So
that you gotta understand. I lived that.
Yeah.
I had my dad's ex-girl.
Oh, really?
Cooked that bad. This lady, I didn't know gumbo. I told the story at the Bonfire Story show, but I didn't. But she made gumbo so bad that until I was like 20 years old, I thought gumbo was the worst thing ever. I thought gumbo was slimy, not soupy.
Yeah, that's a joke.
For 20 years,
man.
She boiled hot dogs bad. That's how bad she was.
Shit. How you fuck up hot dogs?
Every time, how does that? Every time you boil hot dogs, they always burst. You know, they always explode. Every time, bitch.
She must have narcolepsy or some shit.
Damn,
terrible. So when I was watching this episode, I got triggered.
Yeah.
I got flashbacks. But for me, my favorite character, I was gonna say either Kisei. Or I know I go with you'd be like, I'm always that type. My type of character is similar to like Kisei, Trunks, and all them cats like that.
Yeah.
But I might go with his captain.
Yeah.
His captain I liked a lot because I just felt like he was kind of like the realest one in the sense of like he made sure he checked his freshmen. Like y'all ain't gonna be out here acting like y'all run shit.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's get it. Like, come on, man. Get out your fucking head. You said you're gonna get it done. Get it done, bro. Like,
And he had a backstory. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Part.
He had a backstory. He had a reason why he was doing things and why he was tough. And I feel like to me, I like Kisei a lot, but I feel like this dude, I would like him to get him a little bit more screen time.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess he got enough. So him and Kisei were my two.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that because he definitely in these last couple episodes in that game probably had the most emotional storyline with like the fact that like you were saying, he had that failure he had to make up for, which we cared about him.
Yeah.
And even after the game, when everybody's down, he's just like, yo, like we're still top 8.
Yeah.
Like everybody pick your heads up. But after everybody's leaving, like he's in the locker room and he's the one, like he's fucking losing it in there for reasons you understand, because he's a senior and it's over for him.
Yeah, he doesn't get a chance. Like when Kisei was crying, he's like, fam, bro, you got 3 years left.
Right.
Yeah.
You got 3 years to smack these dudes up, bro. That was my last shot. It's over for me.
Yeah.
Right.
And when he was in there, and when he was in the locker room balling, I was just like, I felt for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I was like, damn, man, I understand as a senior how you would feel that way when you're a sports player and it's your senior year and you lose key games, whether it's against your rival, you feel a certain way.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, especially if they smacked you all 4 years. You're like, damn,
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's my favorite.
Yeah.
I don't know who's well, Brendan, what's your favorite? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Sounds
Nobody gives a
bitch-ass.
fuck because you probably didn't even watch these episodes, you punk ass bitch.
Let me tell you something. Brendan gets zero respect
None.
for not being here because he didn't even want to be here. We gave him the dates. He said he can do either Wednesday or Tuesday. He said, don't do Wednesday, matter of fact. Just do Tuesday. Or he said, just do Tuesday without me because, let's just get it done.
Well, I know he is on a shoot today. I'll give him that. He is
That's
working.
fine.
He's not like in the back room.
But we
like,
could have did
not doing
Wednesday.
anything.
Yeah,
we
coulda-
all were cool on Wednesday.
Yeah, we were cool with Wednesday.
We were cool with Wednesday.
And he said no. Put you to Tuesday so he didn't have to watch no episodes.
Yeah.
You motherfucker.
I bet all my money he didn't watch any of these
No,
episodes.
of course
I
not.
can. Yes.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. I know for a fact he didn't.
At this point in time, he didn't. This is the type of person Brendan is, though. He's gonna say, "Well, I did watch the episodes actually," because he's gonna see us say this shit, and
Yeah,
now he's
he
gonna
gonna
watch
go
them
watch
for
it.
the sake of watching them.
Yeah.
And
Just
then,
call him right now.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, did you watch the
At
episode?
the moment of this particular
Yeah.
podcast that we're recording, Brendan has not watched these episodes. We can all three guarantee that shit.
Yeah.
no.
Promise.
Or he
I
might
don't
go
think
to
he
other
will.
end and be like, yeah, I still didn't watch it. I heard it, but
And I don't
still
care.
didn't watch it.
Yeah, he
I
gonna
don't
go.
give a fuck.
He's so predictable.
Yeah.
He's gonna go one or two of those ways, which is like this him. He's
I didn't give a fuck. I'm glad I didn't watch it. You guys had to suffer. Ha ha ha.
yeah, I can see him doing that stupid shit. Well, I think is it my turn next to pick?
Yeah.
I don't-
You're up
It's-
next.
I don't have one in the pocket, but I'll be probably telling y'all next week because we're gonna probably do a standalone podcast.
Yeah, and I won't. I won't be here next week.
You won't be
so,
here. We
no.
might have a special guest.
Yeah.
I got a guy that wanted to jump on. He's a Naruto fan,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
I
there
mean
you go.
maybe
Is
y'all
it,
could.
it's not Keith, is it?
No.
No.
It's a cat he's another comedian from here.
Okay.
So yeah,
Keith, don't bring your ass back here. when I'm on the show.
I want Keith back, man, because I want Keith to he's great at this, and
He was I really enjoyed this episode.
yeah. And I know y'all, some of y'all asked could y'all be on the podcast. Look, we are in Los Angeles, bro. So we ain't got the money to fly y'all out.
I'll fly y'all out. I'll phone y'all in.
Yeah, y'all out here not watching the episodes no more.
Right.
Lowering the views because y'all picked the fucking anime. Y'all picked this
Y'all
one.
picked this shit.
Yeah.
And they gonna ride with us? No. And then when we was talking in the chat, they were just like, "Oh yeah, y'all, I really like y'all conversations." Oh yeah, we wasn't even talking about the fucking show. Y'all liked us arguing because we weren't talking about the show.
Yo, y'all ain't shit for this.
Y'all ain't.
I'll tell you that.
Y'all can.
Kiss my ass for this.
That's
we love
an
y'all,
L.
but y'all-
Everybody's taking that L.
Yeah.
Keith, you taking that L, dog. Everybody takes the L. L. This is a Oprah L. Everybody gets the fucking L. You
Yeah,
get an L.
you know.
You get an L. You get an L.
At the end of the day, Ice took his L on Goblin Slayer.
Yes.
Rob kind of took his L. He accepted it on
More or less.
yeah, more or less on Evangelion.
I'm gonna call that one a tie. It's a 0-0-1.
Who else said it was good?
I mean, not many people in our audience, but I've seen lots of shit elsewhere. The streamer I watch on Twitch, he was just like, "Oh yeah, I just watched Evangelion. It was incredible." I was like, "All right."
Rob looking for his W somewhere.
Listen, I'm not going to say it's incredible. It's way too long, but there's something to take from it. Way more than this show. I'll say that.
A nap. That's what the fuck you take from both shows.
Okay, what do you guys? What's your rating?
Rating on this? I'm just
Overall.
going to stick basically right where I was pretty much the whole time. I'm going to go 4,500. It's just a 5. It's not great. It's not terrible. Well, it's not like the worst show. It's not the worst show we've ever seen. It's
Yeah.
better than Gangsta.
Yeah.
Better than some other things we've watched. So, I mean,
So
I'll
you
give
What
made
else
it.
is it better than that
You,
we've
you
watched?
made it, Kuroko. You didn't have the ceiling. I mean the floor.
The basement.
You're not the
The basement.
basement.
What else have we watched that is better than?
This might be second worst in my opinion.
I'm trying to think. Like
Ooh,
Baki,
Ivan.
it might be. I don't know if I might watch more of this over Baki. To be honest.
Oh shit!
Shit.
Nah, me.
Because I
Baki
just
at least had some wild fight
yeah.
scenes. I was just like, this shit is crazy. kept me entertained at least.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
sometimes.
Would you watch this over again or Goblin Slayer over again?
Damn.
That's a good question. Because Goblin Slayer also had way less episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
like
what I
half the
take
time.
into account.
That's
the
yeah. That's
episode
that. I
count.
mean, I think
I
it's
might watch Goblin Slayer again.
If
to be
okay,
honest.
watch Goblin Slayer twice or this once.
I think that's hard. I feel like it's more comparable to an anime that has the same amount of episodes or close to. So I would say Evangelion or Samurai Champloo. More like those.
If I had to watch one of those three over again, it'd probably be basketball. I'd probably watch Kuroko Basketball.
If I had to watch one of those three again, I'd probably watch Samurai Champloo.
I watch Samurai Champloo because they had moments. There's no moments in here.
No.
There's no moment. There's zero
Once you've
moments
seen
in
it, it's like I don't feel any need to rewatch any of it or like.
I've actually,
man, you know what you need to see is
because at least with Samurai Champloo, you have a dope soundtrack and you have dope fight scenes here and there in there.
yeah.
So I mean, I can at least I've went back and watched some of the Samurai Champloo fight scenes. I'm not going back to watch a goddamn thing about this anime.
No.
Not,
But the funny stuff that was funny really hit. Like,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Like, they didn't miss the mark. They hit these funny spots.
so you gonna YouTube the funny moments of the show?
Yeah.
Shit, Ice. No, you not, dog.
I'm just saying overall, if I gotta watch 25 episodes or something,
Yeah.
and it's 2 episodes less than Samurai Champloo,
Yeah.
so
All right. I mean, I guess I'll give it to you. This might be the second worst thing we watched.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like I said, yeah. All right. Maybe second worst.
So you got what was your rating? 4,500.
Shit. Now I feel like I gotta lower that. Say it's the second worst thing we watched.
because I feel like Goblin Slayer's around there. Like Goblin Slayer's around like a 45, 4,000.
If Goblin Slayer was 20-something episodes, Goblin Slayer would be one of the worst animes would be the worst anime we watched. Because if it didn't progress and it stayed with him just killing goblins.
Yeah.
Is there a second season?
Not
I
yet.
mean, they said they're gonna do a movie. I think.
Oh, I don't want to see
What?
that. Shit.
Yeah, they're doing a
You
movie.
motherfucker.
So, yeah. All right. I'm gonna bump this down. Not 4,500. I'm gonna say 4,000 overall.
Go ahead, Ice.
I'm on J3K with it.
You said what?
3,000.
3,000.
3,000, man. The funny stuff hit, but outside of that, I don't give a fuck about this. And y'all doing basketball dirty. Somebody posted about some new basketball show, and it actually looked fairly decent just because the animation was a lot better. I can't remember it.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, moving forward, slam dunk or whatever that shit is, I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Like
Slam
y'all missing the mark with sports animation.
I think they need to go super just wild all the way to the right with powers with basketball or with sports.
Give them bodies.
I think I
mech
even saw
suits.
like you said give them what?
mech suits. Give them mechs.
Give them something to where it's like wild and different.
Yeah.
I might give this a 3,800. It's 3,800. They just
3,500 for the goat.
yeah, it's just bruh, this shit is just it's not rewatchable. I need to know who loves this anime. I need to know.
Keith's cousin.
He said he loves his anime.
He said I love it. He's like, I love it. I highly recommend it. His words.
Huh?
His words.
Yeah. That's what we were
Keith,
talking about in the chat. He was like, well, I watched it when I was a freshman in high school, and I thought it was great.
You gotta DM me, bro, and we gotta have a real discussion.
You didn't see any of it in the chat. He was riding with it for a minute.
The chat was like 75 things.
Yeah, shit
I
was
started
good.
to skim through.
Yeah.
That's what I
yeah.
always do. If I'm not in the moment, I just kind of
Yeah,
look
I
over
miss
and see
it,
if
yeah.
somebody say my name.
But
And
somebody
then-
else said something about nostalgia. They said something about I don't know if it was this anime, but it said nostalgia is a big thing when it comes to this. If
Yeah,
you
that's
watch
what,
it in
yeah,
high school,
Keith was talking about
Oh,
that
yeah,
with
totally.
basketball.
if you
Yeah.
felt the moment when he watched it in high school, it probably meant something to him in high school. But rewatching it, is it the same?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
all I want to read. If you rewatch it, bro,
He said no.
he said no.
Mm-mm.
Rewatch it, fam.
I told him,
we
yeah,
had to.
he said he was going to, and I was like, dog, don't do that to yourself. It's fucking trash. Don't do that.
Yeah, because I mean, if I were like a high school freshman watching this as like other high school freshmen, like that might be kind of hype. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like picturing myself out there as one of those players. But
Yeah.
like where I am as a 30-year-old man at this point, like watching this, I'm just like I don't
Yeah.
care about them or their
I
problems.
don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna be honest with you. As a high school freshman, still no.
As a high
Right to the
school
camera.
freshman, I can see myself, especially because I was playing basketball. I can see myself like, oh, who am I? Am I Kisei? Am
Yeah,
I?
more of that, like, yeah.
Like I can be like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I'm Kagami, or this person's Kagami. Especially if you got somebody else that's like watching it too, you can be like, he's Kagami, oh, he's Kisei, and then like y'all kind of going back and forth. Like that's how I do it. Like people,
Yeah.
like in the office, like people that watch The Office, you like, oh, who is Pam? Who is
Right,
Jim?
right.
Who is
Yeah.
that? Like you know. So that might be kind of the only way that I can see myself liking it.
Okay. Well, this is not looking good.
But we're
y'all.
not freshmen.
Yeah, we're not freshmen.
We're not.
And
That's
the
what I'm
audience
saying.
is 0-2.
0-2.
Y'all taking that 0-2.
And
boom, stamp. Can you stamp it on there, Cam? Can you put an 0-2 stamp
stamp
on the
that
screen
shit.
when this shit comes out?
Bam.
All right.
And this is everybody included.
yes, I know
Everybody is included with
Keith's
this
like,
L.
I'm not taking this.
You are. You're a part of the audience. You're taking this L too, sir. And everybody else. Next time, vote. Everybody, when we put it up there in late February, March, when y'all turn come back around, vote.
Yeah, and I'm with it. Give me hell if my pick is trash. When
Yes.
my pick is up next and we watching it, it's not good. I can take the heat.
Yeah.
I ain't afraid of nobody, man.
That's what I'm saying. And my top 5 dropping soon too, so
Yeah.
I probably end up recording it here. So
yeah,
if y'all
gonna
want
be
to
on
smoke,
Ice's neck. I mean, Ice, give some valid points.
You've
for
been
your
hyping
top
this
5.
video up like a lot for a
Yeah.
long time.
just
There's a
because
lot of people
everybody
waiting for this
everybody
to come
giving
out.
me shit, they're like, I want to hear his top 5. If he said that Hunter's not in top 5, y'all wait.
All right.
We see it.
Yeah.
I want all the smoke if you disagree.
I mean, we
all
got
of
a little bit extra time here. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
I mean, yeah, I mean,
Got any animes you watching?
I'm going to actually be watching my pick probably this week.
You gonna like preview it a little
Oh,
bit?
you gonna do some Brennan shit?
No, it's not previewing it because somebody was telling me I was gonna watch it before. Somebody mentioned it again, and I was just like, I might as well just watch it and just like
But if it's whack, you gonna recommend something else?
I'll man up and stick with it.
Oh,
All right.
that's some Brennan
Yeah.
shit.
That's Brendan shit. Brendan wouldn't man up and stick with it. He'll move on.
You're like, nah.
I mean, if you stick with it, then you're not. But if you do something else,
I man
that's
up and
some
stick with it.
Oh, okay.
Because when somebody recommended it to me, I already saw the preview from months ago. I was like, this looks kind of hard. I just didn't have the time to look at it. And then somebody mentioned it again. I looked at the preview again. I was like, this looks tough. I saw a
was
scene.
it
I was
Vinland
like,
Saga?
Huh?
Vinland Saga?
Yeah, it was
Mm.
actually.
Yeah, that's,
Yep.
that's how I figured. That shit, it looked hard.
Yeah,
It looks very
and
hard.
I'll take the L if it's not. But
Mm.
I mean,
Overlord, I've been watching that.
Oh yeah, Brennan was hyping that up to me yesterday.
Yeah, it's cool. Rob's secret anime that he made and didn't tell
Oh,
anybody
yeah, it's my
about.
big secret.
somebody hit me and was like, "There's an anime that Rob would like fucking love."
What else am I watching?
It's not my deal.
Well, I'll tell you. I'll give a shout out to one of our fans. Actually, Big Daryl hit me up individually to pressure me into reading some One Piece, and I got into it. I've read the first 20 chapters. I'll be honest, like I kind of like it so far.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, at
And-
least
and
I could see it being obnoxious like as an anime because there's a lot of that like Zenitsu type style, like people yelling a lot.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of that stuff, but I mean, it's the first 20 chapters. Like I'm just up to like for people that have read it. Like I just got to the part where they're fighting the clown pirate in like the next town, and it's pretty cool. Like Luffy, main character, like one of the first things he does is to prove to all the pirates how tough he is. He stabs himself in the face.
Oh shit.
Whoa!
And it's
shit,
like, all right, this dude, like, and he's like a kid, like a 10-year-old kid. And then, like, just a little bit later on, he ends up like recruiting this dude Zolo to his crew, and this dude's having his like first sword fight with this clown pirate they're fighting against. He's got this like second mate that's like this acrobat that's got like crazy sword skills, and this dude Zolo is another sword fighter, and he gets like wounded in the fight, and the dude's just like kicking him in the wound, and he's just like, oh, like, all right, you're gonna fight dirty? Like, you think just kicking me in my wound is gonna like give you a leg up? He sticks his own sword and like makes his wound even worse. It's just like, now you got no excuse. I just made myself even fucking worse. So let's go. Like, all right, like I'm down with that. Like that dude doesn't mess
yeah.
around.
I wonder is that in the anime? Is it that dark in the anime?
I wonder, because like they're not playing any games in this in the manga. Like,
Yeah. I was saying that in the chat. Like I never said it was bad. I never said it was average.
It's long.
I just
it's a lot.
I just saw when, like I said, when I hop on Crunchyroll and it's 1,100 episodes, and then they came and said it's like no, it's not 1,100, it's 980. Like, oh fucking, oh wow, wow, oh yeah,
so much time I'm
yeah,
saving.
Like
Yeah.
200 episodes, by God, like it's 900 and some episodes, and people like, oh, you watch Naruto? I watched Naruto from like Naruto, like
Yeah.
I didn't like just and I didn't. I had it was summer 2014, like. I just was damn near in the senior in high school. So I mean senior college, and was like, I just have time on my hands. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I injured myself, so I ain't had shit to do. And I just was like, let me start a new anime, and fucking just watched all of Naruto and got caught up.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't have that type of time. I barely can watch the shit that y'all see me. I come in here
I
watching
hear you,
the
man.
episodes.
I hear
Right.
you. I hear you.
So like, if you say, "Oh, start a new anime,"
Yeah.
and I hop on Crunchyroll like, all right, cool, I'm gonna check it out. I hop on Crunchyroll, see 1,100 fucking episodes.
Well, I'm never catching up with that.
Yeah.
No,
Oh
never.
yeah, like
I watched a movie or something, bro, but I ain't.
No, yeah, like maybe you can give me a list breakdown of what I need to watch in like a 200 episode breakdown of like, hey, these are the episodes you need to watch to have a decent conversation or know what's going on. Maybe, but I'm not watching 987 episodes.
I might watch that water arc that everybody keeps talking about.
Yeah.
If it's that good, when something's that good, I might go back. I don't know if I can get you all the way through the 900, but I might go back and at least start it and get you a couple hundred in there after that point.
Oh, and I can. But the other part of it is like reading a manga. Like you can blow through pages of a
and that's
manga
why
way faster than you can like a 22-minute every time.
Yeah,
and that's the
what I
thing
mean?
about manga too. Manga just blows through. Like I was saying that in the chat. Like I've been blowing through Demon Slayer. I'm probably on like season 5 of Demon Slayer. Like I don't know how far this movie is gonna go, but that whole movie, if it's just following Run Goku, that's like 2 chapters.
Yeah.
Like that's 2-3 chapters of a manga is this whole movie.
Yeah.
And which is the movie, if it follows the manga, which I'm sure it will be, it's fucking awesome.
And I read the two last episodes of the
God.
and I
Which
haven't I haven't even read anything in between there.
And
so.
I'm not even there yet.
Yo, so I don't give a fuck about spoilers. But also I do still want you to preference a spoiler because if it's something that I might really want to watch, I might just be like, chill, let me I want spoilers when I want them. All right? I don't want you to just shoot them at me when I'm not ready.
No, you're going to have to just for you. This is your punishment. You're getting spoilers just because. Like, I'm going to text you. Well, fuck, you ahead of me, so I can't even spoil the shit for you.
Just going to watch an entire anime he's never even heard of, just so you know. Like,
I'm
going to
just go. I'm just going to go watch Vinland Saga. I'm going to just binge Vinland Saga tonight and then text
Then I would
him
definitely change my pick on purpose at that point. I would definitely change my pick at that point.
Hey, Keenan, by the way, Thor dies.
Yeah.
But all right, we gave y'all our picks, man. What do y'all think of Kuroko No Basket? What is y'all y'all score on it? What y'all rating out of 9,000? Let us know. Anything over 5,000, we need to debate.
Yeah.
You can debate us individually. I don't think any of us really care. Throw it in a group chat. We might respond. We should respond. Some of us will respond.
We usually respond.
We actually happen
pretty
to
respond.
Rob is only.
I mean, I don't get called out a lot by name, but when I do, I try to respond.
He comes. He just comes, drop bombs, and pieces the fuck out.
Drop bombs like wait.
Hey, he got mad. You got mad respect for that Star Wars video.
No, thanks.
You gotta. They was calling you the guy.
Yeah, you know.
I appreciate
You
that.
know your
I
shit.
appreciate that. Share it with your friends because it's not getting a lot of views.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, y'all. Share this shit with your friends, man. Let people know. The Star Wars community should be big on this too.
Yeah.
So yeah, we thank y'all for tuning in. Yeah, drop your handles.
Me,
the eye exam, THEIYEXEM.
RV Danger 44 on Twitter, RV Danger on Instagram.
You got Brennan over here, Mr. Bitchface. Producer.
Mr. Bitchface,
Follow
fuck
him.
ass hat, not showing up for the squad, letting us suffer and take these L's by our lonesome. Fuck you in that hat.
Yeah, Brennan, he doesn't ride for the squad, but the only thing he's gonna say is, "How can I not ride for the squad? Where's my studio that you're filming in?"
Yeah,
That's all he's gonna say.
I'm invested.
Yeah.
Which we still, I really, really want to play basketball with us for. I don't know what's the teams. We just got to pick teams out of hat. I don't give a fuck, but I need to see Brennan play basketball. I just need to see it at some point in my life soon.
All right, man. I'm Keenan Baker on everything. Keenan Baker on all social media. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of AnimeSHUN. We'll see y'all next week.
And so anime was solved forever.